You ever wonder how some companies launch these incredible digital products without, a Silicon Valley-sized budget? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dive into our source material to see exactly how businesses are tapping into global talent to build their vision.
Okay, so let's kick things off with a question that, it hits home for so many businesses, from the scrappiest startups to huge established companies. You've got this game-changing idea for an app, right? But the price tag for top-tier local developers, it just feels like an impossible mountain to climb. So how do you build something truly world-class without a bottomless bank account? And that question really gets to the heart of what we can call the modern business dilemma. In today's world, your digital presence is, it's everything. And the pressure to deliver something amazing is just immense. It's this constant balancing act every business leader is dealing with. On one side, you've got your goals, and these are totally non-negotiable. You need a high-quality product, you need it on the market fast, and it absolutely has to be able to scale. But then, boom, reality hits on the other side. You're up against sky-high development costs, a genuine shortage of specialized local talent, and just the sheer complexity of making it all happen. So, how in the world are companies bridging this gap between their ambition and the reality on the ground? Well, our source material points to one really clear strategy. They're starting to look beyond their own backyards. And that strategy is called offshore software development. Now, it's really important to get this right. This isn't just about, farming out a few random tasks. It's a real partnership model. You're actually collaborating with a dedicated team in a global tech hub to build your vision, tapping into their specialized skills and their proven ways of working. Okay, so why would a company choose this path? Well, it pretty much boils down to 4 huge advantages. First, you're not just finding a few developers, you're getting access to a massive, skilled talent pool. That, of course, leads to cost-optimized development. You get way more bang for your buck. These teams are also scalable, so you can easily ramp up or down as your needs change. And crucially, they typically use agile methods, which just means they work in these fast, iterative cycles to get your product out to the market much, much quicker.
All right, that all sounds pretty good on paper, right? But how does an idea that's maybe just scribbled on a napkin actually become a fully functioning product in your customer's hands? Let's demystify that whole process.
Everything, and I mean everything, starts right here. In Phase 1, discovery and design. This is the foundation. It's like the blueprint for a house. It's all about deeply understanding the business goals, designing a really robust and secure system that can grow with you, and, this is so important, creating a user experience that's intuitive and, frankly, a joy to use. If you get this part wrong, the whole project can stumble later on.
Okay, next up is Phase 2, where the code actually gets written. Using that agile approach we mentioned, the teams build the product in these short, focused cycles called sprints. This means you're getting constant updates and giving feedback, so you're never left in the dark. At the same time, you've got a quality assurance team that's basically a team of professional bug hunters testing everything for stability and security. And finally, they use modern DevOps practices to make sure there's a smooth, automated process to get the software up and running reliably in the cloud. And this brings up a really, really important point from our source material. The partnership doesn't just end at launch. Not even close. Phase 3 is all about playing the long game. This means running continuous security checks, providing ongoing support and updates, and constantly tweaking the product to make it faster, more reliable, and better as your user base starts to grow.
The impact of this whole global development thing, it's not just some theory you read in a business journal. It is actively reshaping entire industries, one piece of custom software at a time.
Just take a super high-stakes industry like healthcare. Here, technology isn't just about convenience. We're talking about streamlining critical patient care, improving outcomes, and protecting some of the most sensitive data on the planet. So in the real world, what does that actually mean they're building? Well, according to our source material, these global partners are building the absolute backbone of modern healthcare. Think complex electronic health record systems, secure patient portals, and the very telemedicine platforms that connect doctors and patients from anywhere. It's all about making the entire system work smarter. And the scale of this work is it's wild. We're not talking about a handful of projects here and there. We're talking about development partners who have delivered over 2,500 custom solutions, each one tackling a really unique challenge in the healthcare space.
All right, let's switch gears to another huge one, fintech, or financial technology. This is a sector where things like security, speed, and scalability, they aren't just nice-to-have features, they are the absolute price of entry.
So in this space, these offshore teams are building the very infrastructure that powers our modern financial lives. They're creating the secure payment systems and digital wallets we all use every day. But they're also building the really complex stuff behind the scenes, like fraud detection algorithms and risk management software that are essential for building trust with users.
And get this isn't just happening in a few key places. This model of collaboration is truly global. We're talking about development partners serving clients and deploying solutions in over 40 countries all around the world.
Okay, so we've walked through the process, we've seen the real-world impact. Let's bring it all together. What is the ultimate offshore advantage for a business that's thinking about going down this path?
Here's the thing. It's not just one single benefit. It's the whole package. You get predictable delivery of your project, usually at a much lower cost, which means you get to market faster. You also get the flexibility to scale your team up or down as you grow. But, the key takeaway from the source material is this. You're not just hiring coders. You are gaining a long-term technology partner who is genuinely invested in your success. And look, don't just take my word for it. This isn't some kind of marketing fluff. Here is a direct quote from a CEO in the US who went through this exact process for his app, Park. He said, "They delivered a quality solution which was good to present in front of investors and stable to go to market live." I mean, that's the goal right there.
So we'll leave you with this final thought to kind of chew on. In a world where amazing talent is literally everywhere, and collaboration tools make borders pretty much disappear, you have to ask yourself, is geography even going to matter anymore when it comes to defining the limits of what we can create?